That's right. It's happening this Sunday at the First Citizens National Poetry Slam Semifinal #1. And I have with me this morning Youth and Hospitality Manager at the Bocas Lit Fest, Miss Marielle Forbes, and Poet, Education and Head Judge, an Education Officer, Educator. I was like, what is that? So we have the head judge from the prelims and for the semifinals. This morning, Miss Ariel M. John joining us. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How are you doing this morning?
Great.
Fantastic. Yeah? You ready for Sunday?
About 80% there, yeah.
I find this song a little bit like if you go and perform.
You know, that's exactly how I feel. I am going to be performing.
Every single time you feel
every single time.
What gets you so anxious about it?
Just doing it. Seeing the
sure.
performances, making sure everything is set and right and proper. You know.
All right. So tell me, what was the theme for this year's Poetry Slam and why we choose this theme?
So we followed in the footsteps of the main festival in April. The theme is a season of change, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking to change, come out of, you know, the dark shadow, the dark cloud of COVID, and we're looking forward, you know, to the evolution of slam poetry in Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, I definitely think we've already witnessed the evolution of slam poetry in Trinidad and Tobago just by this competition still being around and growing still every single year, and we see the numbers of people that turn out to participate in it, and then of course to view it and to watch it and to be a part of the experience. Ariel, how was your judging process last time? How you enjoy that for the prelims?
The prelims were really interesting. Like you said, every year there are more and more people that kind of jump out themselves and find themselves in the competition. So I think there were a lot of new faces this year. So it was a very, I wouldn't say intense process, but it was good to see new faces and connect with new people.
Now, we gotten semi-accustomed to doing things virtually and everybody performing in front of a screen. You saw the last couple of years of the slam was in front of the screen. What makes a good on-screen performance for you as a judge?
So there's a level of, well, in the absence of a live audience, you kind of have to anticipate what your audience is thinking, how are they following the piece with you, how are they engaging with the poem. So I think that the poet actually has a bit more work to do in terms of that level of anticipation. They also have to be very adaptable when working on screen because you have to make space for internet issues, you have to make space for your microphone randomly cutting off and all kinds.
We had a lot of those.
Yeah. And I was in the prelims, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, this is the 10th anniversary, the 10th Slamiversary.
That's right.
But what is so different about this year?
Well, like you said, Jaron, the last 2 years have been absolutely, totally virtual. And this year we are, you know, thinking about, you know, doing hybrid activities.
Love it.
This year was the first time that we actually broadcast the audition. So people had the opportunity to tune in live on our Facebook page and website. So it was a bit, it was exciting because they had the opportunity to comment live as the auditions were going on. So that offered the poets a bit of that live audience so that they could feed off of the energy of the crowd. So that's one of the things that's, you know, different about it this year. And what's special about it is that it's our 10th Slamiversary, like you said, you know, and First Citizens has been with us from day one.
How important is that partnership?
Well, extremely important because, you know, one, we have the biggest cash prize in the Caribbean for this type of competition. And it's really important, too, to have someone or an organization, an entity, recognize the importance of, because this is like youth and youth education as well, from inception. And they've been with us for the past 10 years.
Ariel, in terms of the topics that we saw from the prelims and what we might be able to expect going to the semis, were you expecting that sort of the topics that were covered, were you expecting them?
In terms of global trends and that sort of a thing, in art in general, there's been like this, I mean, if you're charting the development of art, say probably from the 70s till now in terms of performance poetry or shared poetry that's shared on a stage, we kind of went from this kind of very political, macro, the people against the government or the people against this entity kind of writing and then it's now kind of relocated itself into issues like mental health, things that are specific to the individual, things that are very, I guess people are a bit more internal with their processes now, so the things that they're writing about tend to be a bit more personalized, a bit more specific to different realities, and that has definitely been one of the trajectories that we've evolved around or along the process.
Marielle, if people want to view the semifinals, where can they view it, besides, of course, on TTT?
Well, it will be this Sunday, August 21st at 8 p.m. on TTT, and you can also view it on our Facebook page as well.
And that's Booker's Lit Fest Facebook page. And if people want to find out more about, upcoming slam events or things like that, you said the semifinals are strictly shown on TV and on no live audience for that one.
No live audience.
We're working on a live audience for the second one or for the finals? What we doing?
I mean, we might be, we might not be. You never know. You have to stay tuned.
I find you only teasing me. All right, so the semi-final number 1 is happening this Sunday at 8 p.m. There's a second semi-final.
Second semi-final will be the following Sunday, August 28th at the same time, 8 p.m. on TTT.
Is there anybody that we can look forward to, particularly, you looking forward to as a judge? Are you allowed to say that? You're not allowed?
I'm not sure I'm allowed to say that. But I know that the women have been bringing the heat this year. So
well, I see this Sunday we have the 2-time defending champion. She didn't win last year, but she definitely is a force to be reckoned with, and she's definitely proven before that she can take home the championship title at least. So, I mean, for me, I always love seeing all of these people perform. I saw the list just now. I mean, you all saw the list just now when we would have posted the video. We showed the video at the beginning. So you saw people like Zakia Gill, Alexandra Stewart, Ronaldo Briggs, Jaron Ruiz, Alexandria Douglas, Shakir Gray, Scarlett George. Scarlett's from Tobago.
Yes, she is.
How many entrants do we have from Tobago this year,
2 in the semi-finals,
Usually how many do we have?
Usually there is, we have more entries from Trinidad, so I would say it's more like a 80-20.
Right.
So it's very exciting to see
more representation from Tobago, definitely. And I see we have 2 entrants who are in for the first time they entered the slam and they made it to the semi-finals. Talking about Petal Thompson and Anikwa Bihari. You remember what stood out about their performances in the prelims?
In the prelims, I know that Anikwa came with, it was again like on this very personal note. I think it was about being awkward or having an awkward personality, and it was so fitting and so suited. It was performed awkwardly, so it was just right. And Petal did something about the power of a slap, and I think that it slapped.
It might have been quite timely. That would have been around the time when the situation with Will Smith and Chris Rock happened.
Oh, it's likely.
I think that might have been around that same time.
You're absolutely right.
I mean, this is fantastic. I looking forward to it because when you have first-time entrants, do we expect to have some of these same poems repeated from the prelims to the semis, or do we expect everybody to come with brand new material?
Fresh and big and beautiful.
Yeah. I think it's going to be very, very exciting. Ladies, I want to thank you all so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks
and I look forward to Sunday, 8 p.m. right here on TTT. Best place to be for the National Poetry Slam semi-final competition. Semi-final number 1 is on this Sunday. Thank you very much. Head judge, Miss Ariel M. John. Who are the other judges?
So we have Dr. Patricia Saunders, who is an associate professor of English at the University of Miami.
Nice.
Stefan Felmin, educator.
That's the man from TikTok.
That's the man from TikTok, the
Go
letter
ahead.
of the day, the number of the day. Jason Williams, a media personality.
Yeah. He working somewhere else there now. Go ahead.
You just know how to make people uncomfortable.
Go ahead.
And Elisha Bartels.
Nice.
She is a teacher and performer and artist.
Well, it's going to be a competition happening this Sunday. You want to be a part of it. Thank you very much, Marielle.
Thank you. You're welcome.
We'll take a quick break and come back with more. Marielle's going to kill me now.
Form of medication. Yes, I've seen tunes healing wounds, no prescription could fix.